Good afternoon, students, friends, members of the media, esteemed colleagues and fellow Ivy Leaguers. My name is Professor Bear. For the past 4 years of my life, I've been traveling and studying interesting life forms. A fascinating advanced race of miniature animals I've found and I've been documenting in their natural habitat are the gummy bears. Now, this film that I'm about to present will display all of my findings about here said gummy bears. Gummies, here they are, preparing for work. As you can see, gummy bears have limited use of their heads, making it very hard to complete some tasks. But they always find a way to do so. Now, gummy bears are peaceful creatures, but there are some exceptions, such as the Sicilian gummy bears.
Maybe you don't pay up, maybe your house gets burnt to the ground, eh? Capiche? Maybe turned into cherry soup, eh? You gaboosh?
Now, these exceptions belong to the elite court of the alpha gummy bears, also known as the Haribos. Now, they're an absolutist, elitist sort of gummy bears. They're very mean, vicious, an upper echelon of gummy bears, as reflected by their hardened exterior.
We are the Golden Bears, prototypes, omnipresent and ever watchful. We are unexplainable.
Now these humanoid gummies have evolved into softer, more sociable, bear-like animals. However, they have kept their vast intelligence, as we see here.
I was talking to a colleague the other day about the observer effect and how many people get it confused with the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. My son's in the 3rd grade and he still doesn't know the difference. Public schools.
These gummy bears, however, they can be simple, with an affinity for wonder and imagination, but most importantly, love.
I found this rock in the road, so I moved it for safety purposes. But then when I put it down, I felt that the rock was really lonely, so I took the rock home. I know that they're inanimate objects, but I gave it a name. His name is Carl. Carl Rockwell.
Oh, Carl. Some gummies are actually very political.
I hope the fiscal cliff doesn't affect gelatin prices.
When gummies experience what we in the business call paranormal activity, some gummies mutate, elongate, even trepidate. But never fear, gummy bears are the only kind of the Ursa Major family with regenerative capabilities.
Now, PETA thinks it's improbable for us to enact the Rubber Berry Gummy Act of 2009. Well, I say improbable isn't in my vocabulary. Except to say that it's not in my vocabulary.
One prevalent disorder found in gummy bears due to humans' sadistic ways of ingestion is called guillotinophobia, the fear of having your head eaten off. Now, this newfound psychosis, which unfortunately their human insurance does not cover in the Patient Protection and Affordable Bear Act, also known as Obama Bear.
Now, there's a lot of sick bears out there. And what my counterpart, Jim Berner, needs to understand is we're going to have to change that, all right? Sasha, away.
Now, an interesting find of these strange life forms of gummy bears, we have dubbed them the Sour Patch Kids. Now, these bears have been bitten by vampires, becoming glittery and sour upon touch of light. They're also known as the Twilight Bears.
Bella.
When a gummy bear is in love, they change drastically their colors. They're known to intensify and even become brighter. Their consistency is much more deflated, chewier, more malleable, which leads to our next problem, gummy sex. Now, gummy sex can become a dangerous burden. Erectile dysfunction has been found quite prevalent for gummy bears, as they are known for always being soft.
It never happens, actually.
Gummy bear men, upon observation, were seen able to build fantastic gifts for their gummy brides.
I made you a boat, and it has an arcade in it, and it has a soda machine, and the sodas are free, but if you run out of sodas, you're gonna need to buy more sodas. Will you marry me?
Gummies from Southern California tend to celebrate their weddings with a lot more libation.
Woo! Jello shots!
Oh, cannibalism. Yeah. A drunken gummy also changes its colors. This is why people confuse drunk gummy bears with gummy bears in love.
I love you. Oh, wait, I have to tell you something. I love you. Wait a second. Don't be mad at me. What are you looking at?
Known for their phenomenal athletic moves, gummy bears are also some of the livest and most flexible dancers in the animal kingdom. However, due to their limited hand use, some dances must be modified.
Slide to the left, slide to the right, crisscross. Everybody clap your hands.
But gummy bears, they're not just partiers. Some are very fond of philosophy. Their beliefs always return to the feeling of love and understanding for one another. Gummies spend most of their lives in close proximity to each other. That's why they have evolved into such kind creatures that we see here.
As the great god of all bears, Winnie the Pooh, once said, "If there is ever a tomorrow where I am not with you, there is something you must remember. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. So if I am not around, what you must remember is, I am always with you."
Many gummies have been lost, but there will always be more. The stomachs of many have reveled in their juicy deliciousness, streaming like a river of rainbows from the bosom of great life. I leave this presentation with one more quote from our esteemed professor.
And Pooh said, "How lucky am I to have somebody that makes saying goodbyes so hard. So, goodbye."
So what have we learned here, ladies and gents? Caring, loving, intelligent, and politically inclined gummy bears tend to be. Just wishing for equality and to receive ethical treatment, to be at peace with their deliciousness. To not be created, for the consumption, of others. Humans have a way of doing this. To consume, to take, without thought of consequence. Without thought.
Thank you guys very much.